everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be all about my October favorites. It is currently the first day of November when I am filming this video. We got an extra hour of sleep tonight or last night. Halloween is over, which to be honest, I have never been a fan of Halloween. I know it's like all the rage these days, but I spent my Halloween inside drinking wine, playing music, and hanging out with my dog and doing TikToks. I did not go out on Halloween in light of everything. I am not into partying at the moment. So yeah, but anyway, I hope you guys had a great October. October for me, I know it was like the longest month of the year, but it truly felt, it was so tumultuous. I had like food poisoning, and then I had really bad girl lady problem PMSing, let's just be honest, work. Like there's just been a lot of different facets of my life that have just been like crazy. And I know we had like a full moon last night, and Mercury was in retrograde, so there's a lot that has happened and unfolded this month, but we had a lot of great positives. It was my dog's birthday. The Lakers won the championship finals. It was my best friend from back home's Connie's birthday. And I'm so excited for this upcoming month. It is actually my birth month. So I will be going back home for Thanksgiving, and that towards the end of the month. So I just want to make a small disclaimer. If I have a lack of videos in November, that is why. It's because I will be with family for that. So anyway, enough with the babbling. I'm sorry. I just felt like I sat here and I just wanted to like unload everything. So yeah, I don't have that many products. I have like 10 things to talk about with you today, but if you want to see all of those items, don't forget to please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so you know when I post, and without further ado, let's go ahead and get on into it. Okay, so I want to start off with one product because my hands are like dying. I just washed them. So I want to talk about this, and I know I mentioned this in my Bath & Body Works fall haul video, which I will link below, but this is my Pumpkin Cupcake Bath & Body Works hand cream, and I have said before, I am not a huge fan of Bath & Body Works hand creams, solely because they include mineral oil, but I'm trying to become more open to the ingredient because recently I have read that it's not as bad as people might think. I just personally won't ever apply that ingredient to my face because I've heard it to be very comedogenic, so I won't be doing that. But for the hands, especially around this time of the year, I live in the desert, and especially during the fall and winter, it gets very, very dry. I have flyaways. My skin is like cracked and peeling like on my hands and my feet, especially when we're washing our hands so often. So I really like Bath & Body Works hand creams because they are a little bit thicker in consistency and they are very, very nourishing. So when I'm working from home, I have like my lip balms and my hand cream next to me that I can always just readily moisturize whenever I need to. You can always travel with this. It's really, really good for that reason. It has shea butter and vitamin E, and it does absorb quickly, so I love that. And the scent lingers. If you want body products with scents that linger, Bath & Body Works has amazing stuff for that. This is really, really great, and I wanted to talk about it first because I just washed my hands and I need hand cream very badly because this part of my skin is dry and flaky, so that's pretty much all I'll do. And I like to just kind of really rub this into the tops of my hand because that's where I am the most dry, and then I'll take the excess and just you know, run it through my hands like you need a tutorial as to how to apply hand cream. I'm sorry, I know, but that's basically just what I do. And it just leaves my hands feeling very, very soft for a pretty good period of time. So I love that. I wanted to mention it. Okay, so next product is one that I just alluded to, and I'm going to get it out of the way because it's also in the Pumpkin Bath & Body Works body care category. This is the White Pumpkin and Chai Fine Fragrance Mist, and this is probably my top favorite product of the entire month. I bought it literally I bought it on the Werther's birthday actually. So I bought it on the 6th of October. So I've been using it every single day since then. This is the Fine Fragrance Mist by Bath & Body Works. This is the White Pumpkin and Chai, and I knew that I had to have this as soon as I saw it online. I saw this either on Instagram first or through a promotional email that Bath & Body Works had sent, but I haven't really bought Bath & Body Works Fine Fragrance Mist in a while just because I have like perfumes that I will wear like seasonally, but since I haven't been going into an office really, I just was like, hey, like why don't I just use this every day around the house? I can always just reapply and not feel bad. You do get 8 fluid ounces, and normally I think these are like what, $15 to $16, but I bought this on a sale where it was like $6.50 or $5.50 even. So keep an eye out for their sales. They're really good, and I'm honestly not even going to be able to finish this year. Like I have used this every single day for the past 3 weeks, and I've only used like that much, and I've I've applied this multiple times a day. It's dermatologist tested and cruelty free, which is awesome. And it just smells so good. And the good thing about this is that it lasts for a great period of time, especially considering that it's only a fragrance mist. It's not a perfume. It's not claiming to be extremely long lasting, but you do get that nice longevity. So I keep it in my bathroom now, so every morning when I do my morning skincare, I'll just apply this, and then I'll just spray this liberally everywhere. Obviously, don't inhale it or talk when you're spraying it, because you will ingest it. But I just love using it as a pick-me-up during the day, or if I'm going out running errands and I don't want to really apply a perfume. It's very sweet, but it's also a little bit spicy, and it's balanced by that pumpkin note. It's perfect for fall. And I actually learned a trick where if you're going out, like spray perfume or your fragrance mist or whatever underneath your knees. Like, let me just show you. So if I have this, like, I'll literally just spray it like here and here, because if you're walking, supposedly it'll just have the scent trail you and other people can smell you. So only if you're into that. But yeah, I've been loving this, and I love that you get so much. If you don't want to invest in like a really pricey fall perfume that you can only use for like 3 or 4 months out of the year, get something like this, because number one, you won't run out. In fact, you'll have enough left over for like the next couple of years. But also because it just lasts a good amount of time, and it's just really, really great. Like, I literally jumped in my car and drove 6 miles to my Bath & Body Works just to pick this up, and it was worth it. I mean, do I need a reason to go to Bath & Body Works? No, but yeah, it's awesome. Okay, next up, let's talk about a couple of makeup things. So I want to give a shout out to this right here. This is the Purlisse Perfect Glow BB Cream SPF 30. I got this in a BoxyCharm. It's oil-free, moisturizing, natural looking coverage, matte meets glowy finish for all skin types, even sensitive. It has a lot of great ingredients. It has goji berry that brightens your skin, and this is in the shade light medium. It is a little bit too light for me right now, but honestly, like, I am not huge into tinted moisturizers. I really am into just like either foundation or nothing at all. But I was in the business of trying this because I wanted like a light makeup all over. So I apply this with my fingertips, and it does give you like surprisingly good coverage for a BB cream. Like, I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but this is basically, I'll just show you, like, it's obviously light for me. I did actually self-tan, so I am a little bit darker, but this just blends in so nicely, especially with your fingertips, and you get a great amount of coverage. Like, I don't know if you're going to be able to tell on my hands, but you can obviously see this one is much more blurred out, and that's without a primer, that's without anything. It really is that perfect all-in-one. If you're really just running out the door and you need to apply something for work or something, you just put this all over your face instead of your moisturizer, because it is a BB cream, so it's got that moisturizing benefit in it. It's got your moisturizer, it's got your SPF, and it's got a good amount of coverage. So this is like a perfect all-in-one product. And honestly, this combined with the next product that I will be talking about is a great combination, because they're both kind of like foundation-y, and it just gives you that perfect like foundation coverage without being really heavy on your skin. And as someone with oily skin, I do really, really enjoy the finish. I think it is that perfect, as it states, matte meets glowy finish, which may sound gimmicky, but I promise, like, it actually is. And it's one of those claims that you actually have to test out for yourself in order to be like, oh, I get that. If you're oily, you can just go in with this. If you're dry and you still want to try this, go in with a moisturizer first and you'll be good to go. It's a really great one and done product, and it's been a staple for me this past month when I've just been running out the door and don't even want to honestly go in with spot concealing and blending that in with my fingers or a brush. Like, because honestly, that takes more time than just putting this on your hands, slapping it all and all willy-nilly, blending it in like a moisturizer with your fingers and being out the door. It's really, really great and very smooth. Okay, so the product that if I want to set this, I use this in conjunction with this guy right here. And sometimes I honestly just use this on my own. And I've actually been wanting to talk about this for a couple months now. I forgot to mention it in my September video, but this is the J.Cat Aquasurance Compact Foundation. This is in the shade medium beige, and this is a great combination for me personally, because this is light medium, which is a little bit too light for me, and this is medium beige, which on its own is a little bit too deep for me. So combined, it gives you like the perfect coverage. And I know a lot of people with dry skin love this powder foundation because it is infused with hyaluronic acid, and it's great for just, you know, blending all over the skin. But when I say that this has coverage, this has coverage. Like, I love my Found mattifying powder foundation. This has even more coverage than that. It is freaking amazing, and it's so smooth on the skin. Like, look at that. Look at that little light dunk that I did in that pan. Like, it just freaking goes on so nice. You can obviously see, as I mentioned, it's a little bit darker. So this is one of those products that I have to be really careful with. If I just stamp it on my skin and don't really blend it out, it can look pretty harsh because the color discrepancy. But if I work it in, if I apply this underneath, and I want to really just kind of deepen it up a little bit, or if I go in with concealer, honestly, and I want to set it and the concealer is a little bit light, I will just go in with this. And honestly, even on my bare skin, it is beautiful as long as I make sure that I apply it everywhere. This is such a great product, and I have oily skin and I love it. So it's definitely one of those powder foundations that's not going to look dry. It truly just looks very smooth and even on your skin. It is beautiful. Honestly, for days where I'm not even joking, if I go out and I want some coverage and I have my mask on, I will literally put my mask on and just dab this literally on my areas that are exposed, and I'll be out the door. Like, I'm not even kidding, because what's the point of you know, doing it if I know I'm not going to take my mask off? It's just a great way to have those target areas, you know, covered. It's like $15 at Ulta, which you may think is a little bit pricey for like a drugstore-esque product, but trust and believe when I say it's worth it. The only other con too, speaking of colors, is the lack of colors. Even their concealer, they don't really have a great shade range. J.Cat, can you help a girl out with that? Like, really come out with more colors, please, because the formulas are really, really great, but if not everybody can try them, then what's the point? You know what I mean? Okay, moving on to my eyes, and I want to talk about this because I have had this for a few years. I honestly don't even remember where I got it, but it is such a great product. And this is the 3 Concept Eyes Glam Cream Shadow in the shade Gold Bronze. It is so good. I have been so into one and done eyeshadows, especially if I'm going out to the office or whatever. Like, I cannot sit there and do a full-blown eyeshadow look, if eyeshadow at all. Like, literally, if I'm going to the office or just want a super simple look, I will literally just take like a ColourPop Super Shock or, you know, one of those like schmoosy shadows, put it all over my lid, be good to go, or just go in with a bronzer and buff it in my crease and like honestly be done. This is the perfect solve to that. Because it is a cream, it's so blendable and so like beautiful and buildable. Like, one swipe gets you that much, but you can definitely build this up. Like, it just blends out so nicely. You can apply how much or how little you want. It's what I have on my eyes right now. I did do like a couple layers of it because I wanted like the bronze to really just show through, and obviously I'm filming today, so I had a little bit more time. But no matter how much you put on, it always looks good. Even if you do a super sheer wash, a super light layer, it will just bring out your eyes and make them look a little bit more alive and not as like, you know, dead. That's why I like to throw a little bit of shadow, because it just brings your eyes forward a little bit more and they don't look so lost, like you have a full mask and then just like mascara. For me personally, it can kind of look a little bit weird, so that's why I love applying like a little wash of color. The only thing is that because as someone with hooded eyes, I have to go in and kind of buff it out a little bit in my crease. If you don't have hooded eyes, it probably won't be a problem for you, but it wasn't a problem for me. I just took my bronzer and just buffed it out with my crease brush a little bit in the edges and like, you know, where my fold is, and boom, good to go, done. It is stunning. I'm a dodo bird and I totally intended on putting this product on my lids as well, but I went in with mascara as soon as I was done with this because I wasn't thinking, and I was literally, as I was almost done with this left lash, I was like, crap. Completely forgot to put this on because I'd like to try or at least showcase as many of the products as possible. So this is the Ulta Beauty Micro Felt Tip Liner. This is in the shade Black, and I really like this. I have been on the hunt, honestly, for, I feel like lately my hunt has been for lip liners and liquid liners. I don't know why, but this I wanted to try out because it's a micro felt tip, so it's definitely smaller than a traditional like Kat Von D tattoo liner, and it's super duper thin and small. It is a beautiful foolproof liquid liner. Like, this was the first product that I knew I wanted to mention in this month's favorites because it is so small. Like, look at that. But it's so glidey. Look, watch. It just gives you the perfect amount of like liquid precision. You can get as thick of a wing as you want or as thin of a wing, or even if you don't want to do a wing and you just want to line your upper lash line and, you know, not have it look so weird and harsh and huge against your lashes, this is the perfect tool for that. It stays all day. It's really, really nice. It dries down matte, and honestly, it's one of those things that I felt like I needed in my collection because I didn't have anything like it in my collection. So that is why I wanted to mention it today. It is a great liquid liner that you can travel with. I think it's actually more versatile to have a smaller felt tip point than like a larger one because you can always build it up, but with like a larger felt tip you can't really do that, you know what I mean? So I love this. Okay, I want to talk about this bronzer. I also spoke about this in my bronzer collection video, which I will link above and below, but this is the Essence Sun Club Luminizing Bronzing Powder, and this is in the shade 20 Sunkissed in California. This is in the medium tone. Essence has a bunch of bronzers. They have the Luminous collection and they have a matte collection. And I wanted to buy a Luminous one because I don't really have that many luminizing bronzers, and this is such an amazing bronzer. It smells, first of all, like heaven. It smells like coconuts, and it is a very buildable formula, and you can see on my finger, you see that luminosity. Like, it's kind of pearly. It's not super matte, and it shouldn't be, obviously, because it's like, you know, a luminizing bronzer. And on the skin, it just gives such a healthy glow. It is a warmer bronzer. It's not intended for contouring at all. This is the bronzer I have on my face right now. It just gives such a healthy glow. This is one of those products that I would just apply all over my face, like, you know, in my bronzing areas, and be good to go on a day where I don't want to apply anything else, like any other face makeup. And it's also the bronzer that I buffed out my cream shadow with today. Just dabbed a little bit in here, blended it out on my edges, and just kind of ran it on my lower lash line as well. And it's beautiful. It smells freaking amazing. You won't run out of this product. Like, it's such a good foolproof bronzer. And the thing about this is that it is buildable, as I mentioned, so it's not going to give you that harsh stamp. Like, you can just keep building it, keep building it, keep building it. That's probably the only con. It's a pro, but it's also a con, I guess. Like, it's not going to give you color like right away. You will have to do a couple of dunks. That's why I didn't opt for this in my one dip makeup tutorial, which I will also link above and below. But yeah, it's a great bronzer and I recommend it. Stay hydrated, everybody. Okay, moving on to a couple of lip products. I want to talk about these, like, they're both like glossy products. Let's talk about this one first. This is a Soap and Glory Treat My Lips Ultra Smoothing Lip Oil. One night I was in the business of trying something new. I am always on ULTA, always scrolling through Sephora, and I am a huge lip balm, lip product hoarder. I have literally 5 or 6 lip balms next to me at my desk at all times just because I love variety, right? And this is one actually that I keep by me. Like, I have one in every corner of my house. I keep this next to me on my couch, and this is a great lip oil because it's so fast absorbing and it smells like vanilla. Like, oh my goodness, it's not one of those super like thick glossy lip oils. Like, it's literally just intended to be a hydrating formula, but it smells so good, and a little goes such a long way. It's tacky enough where it stays in place. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that right there. It still gives a nice shine to your lips. I don't apply this on top of any color because this is truly just like my throw on my lips when I'm like out of the shower and need some hydration, but it's an awesome lip product. It smells delicious. You won't run out of it. And Soap and Glory, I feel like, has a lot of great like bath and skincare products. Like, they know how to do that realm well. Oh my God, it's so hot in here and I don't know why. I think it's just that I've been like talking at like a million miles an hour. My last lip product is this guy right here, and I've spoken about Fenty Beauty glosses in the past, specifically in the shade Fenty Glow, but this is in the shade Fussy. I got this in my Sephora Give Me Some lip set. This was one of 2 full-size lip products, and I keep this next to me at my desk at all times. This is one of the lip products that I also keep at my desk at work, so it's like my desk lip gloss, I guess. But Fussy is a little bit more of a pinky tone. It is such a beautiful gloss. You get so much product on the wand, so that's why I always just kind of have to like wipe it off, but you can see right there it's like pinky in tone, but it is such a nice gloss. You can apply on top of anything. Like, I'll apply it on top of my lipstick right now, and it's obviously a darker red lipstick. It smells good. It's so long wearing. It just is a delicious formula. It's not super slippery. It is sticky enough, like tacky enough to last a long time on your lips, but as you can see, it just gives such a nice sheen to the lips. Like, I love this so much. I always like wipe off the wand before I put it back in. But it is one of those glosses that you can apply with a mirror, without a mirror, and just be on the go and have it be so good and moisturizing and comfortable. Like, this is one of those glosses I would recommend to somebody. It's like an all over good gloss. Like, this and the Morphe gloss are probably like, well, I have so many favorites. I can't like just say that, but off the top of my head, like, these are 2 of the best glosses in the industry. 2 different price points, but if you're at Sephora, especially now that the Sephora sale is live, which don't worry, I will be doing a haul video. I have to order all my items, but I will be doing the haul. This is a great option to opt for if you're looking for a new gloss. My last favorite is the most random favorite of all, but I had to mention this, and I am going to be doing an updated Amazon favorites video, so I will probably talk about this again then, but I couldn't wait to mention this. This has been a game changer. It's also one of those products that TikTok made me buy. This is a handheld vacuum. They have a lot of different kinds on Amazon. If you just search handheld vacuum, they have like one that looks like a little like nub and you just kind of go like this. This has a handle. I have been using this so much for anything, on any surface, like my kitchen, especially like if you're opening something that has crumbs or you have like seasoning and you get it all over your countertops. It's been so annoying for me, like in the past, to have to like wipe it down or shove it to the floor and then, you know, go in with my regular vacuum. This is a solve for that. Like, it's so easy to just go over any surface, gets rid of dust, crumbs, like pet hair, anything. Like, I get so excited talking about this because I'm like, how have I not had this in my life before? It's an amazing product and I love it so much. Like, there really isn't much to say. It's so easy. You can just charge it right here. When you want to empty it, you just open it like this. I'm actually gonna go empty it right now. The top on this one just comes apart like this, so you can empty it really easily, and then you just screw it back on and you're good to go. It is such an amazing product. I honestly love it so much. Like that, I mean, I know I mentioned that this is probably like my top favorite of all month beauty wise, but I cannot live without this now. It is freaking amazing. Okay, everybody, and that was it for my October favorites. I hope you guys enjoyed this assortment of lifestyle and beauty favorites. Please let me know the products that you loved throughout the month of October, any of your current favorites, maybe things you have discovered in October or things that you've really just been putting to the test in October. I would really love to know. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Please let me know what other videos you want to see in the comments below, and hopefully I will see you in my next one. Bye!